Hi there, welcome to the DIY Macrame Bookmark tutorial from Loops and Tassels. Let's go ahead and get started. Start by opening your kit. You'll see some materials from me. This is the bookmark that you will need to do your project. There are some instructions, a thank you card, and then a business card from me. So please use the business card to get in contact with me if you have any questions while you're making your kit. Then this is a thank you note from me, as well as it includes a discount code if you are looking to purchase anything else from my shop. And then there is also this instruction card that gives the video tutorial link, which good job, you're already here, you did that part. And then a list of what your kit includes and what you will need. So sharp scissors, and then for any kids who are doing this project, I highly recommend adult supervision. So I have my sharp scissors right here. This is a sewing scissors, but a sewing scissors, like kitchen shears, those are all really great options. Typical paper scissors are generally just going to be too dull as you're doing your project. So the other things that are in here are a comb, and then all the cord that you need for your project. So it is one short piece of cord wrapped around 3 long pieces of cord. So I'm going to start by just sliding off that short piece of cord. This is actually what you will need to finish your project. So I'm going to lay that off to the side for now. And then these 3 long pieces of cord, you can go ahead and unwrap. What you want to do is find the middle of each piece of cord and lay it out. One optional step right now, especially I recommend this if you're working with kids, but is to tape the ends of these. Just wrap a small piece of tape around the end. That will keep the cords from unwinding if you have to like take out any knots and redo them. So that can be a really helpful step to keep the cords from unwinding. All right, we have all of our pieces set up. So our next step is to attach the pieces of cord to our paper clip. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and attach the pieces of cord to our paper clip using the Lark's head knot. So what you wanna do is, just like we already laid them out, they're folded in half, you wanna find that looped end. You wanna lay it over top of the paper clip, fold it under, get your fingers through that loop and pull these pieces, the loose ends through, and then pull that really tight. We don't want that to be sliding around on there. So again, that's lay the cord over, flip it under, get your fingers in there, and then pull those loose cords through and pull the whole thing tight. One last time, lay it over, tuck it under, pull the loose cords through. Okay, next we are gonna start our project. So I wanna make sure that all of these cords are lined up and kind of scooched together. And then I would straighten them all out so that they're all lined up in order. That'll help us as we're doing our knots. So we used the Lark's head knot to attach these cords to our paper clip. That's a really common knot. Actually, you'll use that in a lot of macrame projects. So that was our first knot that we learned, with the Lark's head. Next, we're gonna do the Clove hitch knot. So you wanna start by taking this very outmost left piece, draping it over. And as a rule, you'll kind of keep that piece perpendicular to all the rest of your cords as you're going. So next you'll take that very next piece of cord that's in line there, fold it over kind of like a circle or a U shape here, but this second cord is going to come up and over this perpendicular cord. Then you just want to tuck it under and bring it through this loop that you made and pull it tight. So basically all you've done is wrap that one cord around the perpendicular cord, and you're gonna do that 2 times and pull those pretty tight. Next, you're gonna do the exact same knot. So I'm gonna show you again slowly. You loop, so this is our perpendicular cord right here. You loop this cord up and over, making a U shape and draping it over this perpendicular cord. Tuck it through, so in through that circle that you created, and pull tight. And do it again. This is another part if you potentially are doing this project with kids. They might need a pair of stronger adult hands to kind of make sure every couple knots or so that we are getting these pretty tight on this project. doing looser knots is absolutely not a bad thing. It'll just definitely have a different look. It'll be a lot looser. So now before I do this very last cord, I am going to kind of pull everything and get it, again, just kind of tight. So I take this cord and kind of hold these knots, kind of pinch them with my pointer finger and thumb and pull, and you'll feel everything kind of shift and tighten in there. And then the trick to this is that we're only gonna do one clove hitch with this final string that's on here, final cord. So do the U, loop it through, pull pretty tight, and then flip it over. We're gonna start it all over again. And then just a reminder, when you get to this final cord, that you kind of pull everything back together again. So wrapping this around one hand to pull tight, and then pinching these knots right here, just kind of scooting them farther back on that cord. With this final cord, you will only do one of the clove hitch notches, and then you'll flip your project over and start another row. All right, I have done 2 rows on the front, 1, 2, and 2 rows on the back, 1, 2. So actually, we're gonna break our pattern here because it's our very last row of our design. We're gonna do 2 clove hitches for this last cord. So I did 1, and then that's my second. Okay, so just a quick review. We did our Lark's head knot to attach our cord to our project piece, our paper clip. And then we did our clove hitch knot to create our design. And now we're gonna learn one last macrame knot, and it is called the slip knot or the gathering knot. So what I'm gonna do is pick up my piece and kind of fold all these bottom pieces in on each other and pinch them pretty tight. So while I'm pinching these pieces tight, I'm gonna lay one short end of that little small cord that I had laying over here. I'm gonna pinch one end, or put one small end of that in the pinch of my thumb and pointer finger, and then with my ring finger, loop it around and add the top of it back into this pinched part. From there, so basically you have just a small piece that is folded over in here. You're gonna bring it around and you're gonna start to stack those just right on top of each other. So I've done it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and I have just this small tail left over here. And what I'm gonna do is loop it through here, through that one loop that we made earlier. Pull on the top. This is why it's called a slip knot. It just kind of slips right in there. And again, that does sometimes take some force, and you want to hide it right in there. So we're gonna basically make all ends of that disappear so that it looks nice and neat. So this little tail down here with the rest of our ends of our cords of our project is actually just gonna become part of the fringe, but this one down up here, we wanna cut. So this is the first time we're using our scissors. Cut that as close as you can without nipping any other parts of your piece. And I take the blunt end of the scissors and just kind of stuff it right in there. Okay, and then our last cut is just to match all of this cord up to each other. Actually, that's our second to last cut. We are gonna comb all this out and cut it one more time. So use your comb from your project just to cut it all, or comb it all out, make it look uniform, and then give it one last snip. And there is our finished project. Nice work.